Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to VGC Worlds 2016, where there's a new season of Battle Spot going on, and I'm still using this 2029 rated Japanese team because I really enjoyed using it last week and I also did pretty well. I feel like it's a team, I was about to say deck, but I feel like it's a team that really accommodates to my playstyle, I guess, which is I don't know, slow offensive, not entirely sure. Like, I like setting up to a point where your opponent will have a really hard time coming back into the game, and the mixed Groudon, the Tailwind and Trick Room speed control abilities, all of those definitely provide you with a ton of options of what you can do and what you can lead with during games. And yeah, looks like not many people are playing Battle Spot right now as I am recording this. It is a Friday afternoon, maybe people have way better plans than playing Pokemon in the afternoon, but we'll see. It's really weird that it's taking so long. Hopefully we do find someone and I don't have to log back on and everything like that. I haven't been disconnecting or anything, so it shouldn't be at least a problem on my end. And there we go. We are up against David from Costa Rica using a Primal Groudon Xerneas team as the restricted Pokemon, and we have Metagross and Salamence. Okay, so interesting restricted Pokemon there. The Metagross could be an issue, I guess. I mean, I do have my mixed Groudon, but Xerneas is also a bit scary. I think I should lead with Groudon. I mean, I definitely think I have to lead Salamence because of the fact that the Infernape is really scary. And I mean, I do want Ferrothorn, but I don't know. Yeah, I definitely need Ferrothorn. I'm gonna start off with Salamence and, well, no, Salamence and Dialga. Xerneas is really scary as well. And I'm gonna have Groudon and Ferrothorn in the back. I don't know. This is complicated because if he starts off, well, he does see my Kangaskhan. It comes down to, does he lead Infernape into my Salamence, or does he read the Salamence and bring Metagross instead of Infernape as a lead? I don't know. And then Infernape also has Fake Out and Faint, but he actually doesn't do anything that I was thinking. We do see a Salamence Thunderous lead, so that kind of puts us in a bad situation, I guess. Although, well, the question is, does he taunt my Dialga or does he Thunder Wave the Salamence? I'm actually going to guess he Thunder Waves the Salamence, so I'm going to switch Salamence into Groudon, and I'm going to try and set up my Trick Room right now. Hopefully this works out. I mean, it was a coin toss because if he actually does go for a taunt, then the better play would have been to set up a Tailwind and switch Dialga into Groudon, but it's kind of a 50-50 play. I do think, however, that his Salamence is pretty much guaranteed to protect because of the threat from Dragon Pulse. And going by that logic, if he does protect his Salamence, then you would assume he's going to target my own Salamence, because he didn't switch out with a Thunder Wave, which will not affect Groudon. And okay, Salamence protects, so do we see a Thunder Wave? Yes, we do see a Thunder Wave. Okay, so the 50-50 play does favor us, thankfully. If I had switched out and used Tailwind, I mean, I wouldn't be in a bad situation, but I think this one is definitely better. We do have 5 turns of Trick Room, well, 4 if you will. Salamence just protected, so I believe we can safely Eruption and Dragon Pulse here. The question is, would he switch out Salamence? You would think so. And Thundurus is really annoying, or can be really annoying with Swagger and Thunder Wave and things like that. Salamence is not really a big threat and will still take a ton of damage from the Dragon Pulse, or from the max attack Eruption. So there's Salamence switches out for Xerneas, I would imagine. Yup, so working out perfectly. Eruption plus Dragon Pulse will KO Thundurus for sure. The only thing Thundurus can do here is Taunt, potentially. Oh, okay, he protects. Well, that's fair enough too. I really don't mind that. Hopefully he tries to paralyze my Dialga next turn, or Swagger into Dialga. Xerneas almost goes down. And because of Trick Room, we are pretty much guaranteed to outspeed both Pokemon. Dragon Pulse covers the Salamence switch-in, which resists the Eruption. And yeah, this looks like it'll be a pretty straight up victory thanks to that turn 1. I mean, the battle was 100% won on that turn 1. Even if my opponent successfully stalls out Trick Room and things like that. His Xerneas is pretty much out of commission now. And I'm not going to let it set up on me. His Salamence is really slow and probably doesn't have too much to deal damage to Dialga, which I will be able to 1 KO back. What else? His Groudon is his saving grace, I guess. There's the Thunder Wave, but we do have the Lump Berry, so Thundurus will be going down. Next turn, most likely Xerneas will be going down. And I mean, in the back we have our own Salamence, which hasn't Mega Evolved, which means we can Intimidate a potential physical Groudon. And if it's a special base Groudon, then he can't really touch us too much. And if Trick Room is over by then, no more threat of a Thunder Wave by Thundurus. So Salamence can't take on Groudon one-on-one unless it carries HP Ice. There's the Salamence. So still 2 turns left of Trick Room. All I need to do is Eruption and Dragon Pulse the Salamence. And yeah, pretty straightforward. Trick Room just doing what it needs to do. Xerneas gets the double, which is not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. As long as Salamence doesn't get the double next turn, or Xerneas doesn't get something like a triple, we should be okay. As long as that doesn't happen. So I just keep clicking Eruption and Dragon Pulse. Hopefully we don't see a triple and a double. That's what my opponent needs to maybe get back into this game. But even then, I think he would have a really hard time getting back into this. Even then. Because probably no combination of attacks between Xerneas and Salamence would one-hit KO Dialga. So Dialga would be guaranteed to set up another 5 turns of Trick Room. We even have Ferrothorn in the back. Potentially explode against his Groudon. So yeah, I think we're pretty okay here. Xerneas doesn't get the triple, Salamence doesn't get the double, so that will put us at a 4 against 1 advantage. Very nice. Yeah, Dragon Pulse will absolutely 100% KO there. And next turn I can simply switch out my Groudon for Salamence. And or maybe even switch out Palkia for Groudon, because after the Intimidate, unless he gets a crit, he shouldn't be able to KO Groudon. I could even pull a double, but there's really no need. I mean, I guess the safer play is to switch out Groudon into Salamence. No need to set up Trick Room now because I don't want my Salamence attacking after. And yeah, I just go for offense now. And that's it. That's really it. My opponent doesn't take too long in his moves. Not really a big issue. Probably clicked Precipice Blades immediately. I'd be really surprised if he clicked Hidden Power Ice onto Salamence. There's the Dialga even avoids the attack. But yeah, I mean that generally did not matter unless he got a crit, but then what would have been is he would have lost 3-0 instead of 4-0. So yeah, there we go. There's the forfeit. Pretty straightforward. That 50-50 play in the beginning was definitely crucial. And yeah, Salamence mirrors are always awkward to play, especially if you don't run a dragon type attack such as I do, but the threat of Dialga was enough to threaten my opponent out. His best play there would have been to taunt Dialga and attack with Salamence, I guess. That would have been his best play for sure, but it was a risky one. And I don't know, I mean, if you see Dialga, you have to assume Trick Room, but I could have easily just protected my Salamence and gone for a Dragon Pulse onto his Salamence. So all the mind games right from the beginning. All the mind games. And yeah, so we find another opponent quickly now so that we can feature our second battle of the day. Unfortunately, in yesterday's Spanish video, for those of you who don't watch the Spanish videos, I did play 3 games, but I only managed to win. I won the first one, lost the second one really quickly. I forfeited really quickly, and then I won the third one. So that's why you saw 3 games prior to this video. And now, Thunderous, Salamence, Cernias. Let me take a picture. So a big 6 with Thunderous instead of Kangaskhan. Definitely very scary. Definitely very scary. But we've been dealing with that all week. Now the issue here is Thunderous. That's definitely the biggest issue. My opponent might want to lead, just like he did right now. I don't know, I kind of want Smeargle for his Smeargle. I have an inkling. No. I mean, a Dialga lead, that's for sure. But then paired with what? I guess I have to go the same route. Dialga Salamence with Ferrothorn and Groudon. I mean, Kangaskhan could definitely be useful. The Fake Out could be crucial. Can make an argument for that. But I have a feeling my opponent will lead Thunder Salamence once again. Or not once again, like, it's not the same opponent obviously, but I don't know. I have that feeling that he's gonna go for that. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so it's actually, wow, Smeargle Groudon. Wow. Okay, so the Intimidate definitely helps here. But what doesn't help is the fact that his Smeargle can potentially no Fake Out. I did see the Intimidate hit Smeargle first, so that means Smeargle is faster than Groudon. Could be a Choice Scarf Smeargle. Definitely could be that, but the Intimidate is useful here. I'm going to set up Trick Room because I do have the Lumberry, and I'm going to... Man, I really wish I brought my own Smeargle. I'm actually gonna go on the offensive with Salamence. Oh, but I have a feeling he's Scarf Smeargle. Because if he is, then I should simply protect. Gonna go for that. Salamence protects. The Intimidate. There's a Fake Out onto Salamence, perfect. So I'm not sure if it's Scarf just yet, but I will get my Trick Room up. Man, is it Scarf? Is it Scarf, or is that simply a slow Groudon? I'm going to Dragon Pulse the Smeargle, and I'm going to Mega Evolve and Hyper Voice. Hopefully it's a Scarf Smeargle, but since he didn't switch out, I'm going to guess it's not, and he's gonna go for the Dark Void right now. I will bring Smeargle to its Focus Sash. Yep, there's the Dark Void. Ugh. I mean, he had Fake Out, so it didn't really matter, but maybe the Trick Room was not the smartest choice. So. Dragon Pulse does connect with Smeargle, will bring it down to its focus sash. Yep, with a crit. And unless Precipice Blades misses here. Yep. I don't know. Trick Room. That's the second turn. Salamence is asleep, but it did take its first turn of sleep already. There it is. And well, there's two things I can do. I can bring in Groudon. Yeah, I definitely need to bring in Groudon. And I mean, I do threaten with the Precipice Blades, which he doesn't know He's intimidated. He has to realize he is intimidated. So I am a super slow Groudon, so I'm going to assume I am slower. Now, there's a big question here. What does Smeargle do? Does he protect Groudon and go for a Dark Void? Or does he have the White Guard? My sixth sense, if you will, is telling me he has White Guard. So I'm gonna go for the Earth Power onto Groudon, and just in case that doesn't KO and I get fortunate enough to wake up, well, no, I'm gonna double edge this Smeargle once again to prevent the Precipice Blades. Oh, he switches out. Is he? Oh boy. No way. That was worst. Okay, Spiky Shield. Okay. That's fine. Well, it's not fine, but it's better than what could have been. So, now, the issue is Trick Room is slowly expiring, but now I can Eruption here, and his Salamence will be slower. But I do have a 50-50 chance to wake up here. So, I'm going to try to double edge the Salamence, because he might White Guard here. He does Mega Evolve. Does he have Draco Meteor? That would be terrible for us. And this is the fourth turn of Trick Room. What? His Smeargle is slower than my minimum speed Groudon? Ugh. Well, that was absolutely 100% worst case scenario. Now, he can easily Dark Void, right? My Groudon does have a small chance to wake up. I'm still gonna go for the Eruption here, and I'm going to protect my Salamence. I kind of wish I'd go for the Tailwind here, but he can safely Dark Void, actually. So I'd rather risk the Speed Tie than risk the Dark Void miss. And he might be tempted to protect. Oh, Groudon wakes up. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. I'm not going to KO Salamence, but wow. Okay. Smeargle does go down. So, here's a Hyper Voice. My Groudon will be quite heavily damaged. Trick Room does expire, but I do have Tailwind here. So, oh, we see Cresselia. Yikes. I don't have too great an answer to Cresselia. Huh. Okay. Well, Ferrothorn is actually relatively safe, I guess. And he probably doesn't want to risk the Speed Tie. So he's probably going to protect an Icy Wind or something like that. So, what I can do is... but my Groudon cannot touch his Cresselia. Yeah, I have to conserve Salamence, I guess. I'm going to Eruption once again. And because I feel like he's going to protect, I'm going to switch out Salamence for Ferrothorn. Man, this game, yeah. I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about this. Salamence does protect. He didn't want to risk the speed tie. If he had brought Groudon in, yeah, there's the Icy Wind. My Eruption's not gonna do anything. It is literally not going to do anything at all. But I need that Salamence to be taken down. Yeah, I don't think I can win this one anymore. I mean, yeah, I protect Groudon, right? And I go for an explosion. I mean, Salamence cannot protect. That would bring Cresselia to really, really low HP. Might have to rely on a double protect. I mean, explosion would be the right play if... No, it's never the right play. Just gonna Gyro Ball the Salamence slots. Because that at least makes him reconsider just going for a Precipice Blades. He goes for a Tailwind. Okay, so my Tailwind play is pretty much out of the question. Cresselia does go for a Psychic, Groudon protects, and Gyro Ball will be enough. So, yeah, there's an issue here. Groudon is definitely in Psychic range. Groudon is definitely in Psychic range. He knows he's faster, so maybe he'll be greedy. Just in case he misplays, I'm gonna Earth Power the Groudon, and I'm gonna Explode. And yeah, he doesn't misplay. His Cresselia will be able to KO Groudon. He even gets a critical hit, not like that mattered at all. And yeah, that's gonna be a loss for us. Yep. Salamence cannot take on these three Pokemon. The issue was his Smeargle being slower than my Groudon. I did not expect that at all. I did not expect that at all. So yeah. I'm just gonna concede here because there's really nothing I can do. And one win, one loss. Definitely a very high caliber opponent, I would say. And yeah, that will conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the battles. One very straightforward game, and then the other one, Smeargle, just made our life completely impossible. But do I have the wrong Groudon? Because didn't the Dialga attack before Smeargle? I'm not sure. I'll have to rewatch that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow in Spanish or on Thursday for more VGC action. Thank you guys so much, and bye-bye.